This is Darren Mullings after Yatetown 1, Walton and Hersham 2. Darren, a really good performance, and you must be a bit peeved that the team didn't get anything out of it, because you certainly deserved at least a point.
Yeah, of course. Look, we're never happy when we don't win a game of football or get anything out of it. But I can take real pride out of that performance. I think that was a proper performance. Something as a management staff and players and club we should be proud of. We fought for every first contact, second contact. Our shape and structure was really good out of possession against a extremely good team. We had to be patient at times. But today we created a number of opportunities where probably we feel we should do better at. And then, still I feel would do better with both goals. But look, they're always going to put you under pressure, and it's going to be difficult. But we should take real pride out of the performance. And we had a very decent run here at Lodge Road. And okay, we've lost today, but if you're going to lose, and it's against a top team, and if you're going to lose, make sure you lose in the right manner. And no one can complain today. I think we were lucky not to get anything out of that game. We were extremely good, and if we perform like that in the coming weeks, then I think we'll be okay.
Yeah, they had the most possession probably in the opening 15 minutes, but after that you just dominated the next half hour. And probably one of the most critical moments of the game was the beginning of the second half. Their goalkeeper made a fantastic reaction save from a Chris Zabrowski header, and then 90 seconds later they'd scored.
Yeah, look, first half, we planned to set up to set a press, set up in a mid block, and then hopefully try and take it from there, and invite some balls inside, and then bounce on that and try and hit them on the counter. And we had a couple of opportunities from that, which was pleasing. The keeper made, like you said, made a few good saves, and it was all even at half time. And I think that was probably fair, albeit we had probably more clear cut chances than they had. And then second half, I thought we started the second half extremely well. Really on the front foot, aggressive. I think it was Zeb's shot actually, and the keeper saved to the near post, which was a good save, and that wasn't the first one he made all day. So yeah, like I said, I was really pleased with it, but just disappointed in the manner the goals came. We have to work extremely hard for chances, and when they come, we either don't take them or the keeper makes saves. And I just feel the first one was soft really. We never get that much time in and around the box to take a touch and pick out the corner, so it's something we need to look at. And then the second one, it was a breakaway from them. We're set up right, we don't make the right decision. We get caught ball watching a little bit, and then the guy runs half the pitch and slots it away. But after that moment, I thought, there's probably a couple of minutes that we had a bit of a wobble, and then after that it was all us, and I thought we were good. And I feel we're just so unlucky. I really feel for the boys, because I just feel we're so unlucky in that final part of the game not to get anything out of it. Like you said, we had a couple more opportunities. If the final pass was better, something else could have happened, or we're a little bit calmer when the chances come. And then they get obviously the man sent off for handball with his second yellow. Marlon Cooley puts the penalty away, and we've got 10 minutes left, and there's a lot of belief in the group. We've done it before, that we can go and get some out of the game, and I can't fault them. They gave it everything, accumulating in a last minute header from Aaron Sainsbury's, the smallest person on the pitch, and yeah, somehow the keeper saves it from what felt like 6 yards out. I don't know. And we get nothing out of the game. So we take a lot of pride from the performance, but like I said at the start, we don't want to lose games of football, and what we need to do is use the positives to build on the coming weeks.
I think one massive positive was when you're 2-0 down, the heads didn't drop, and the crowd and everybody concerned, we just kept going and going, and there was so much pressure from them. Often, a team goes 2-0 down, and it all sort of disintegrates, and it just ends up 2-0, or you concede a third. The reaction of your team was fantastic then.
Oh, it was since Tuesday. There's been a lot of talking, and then there has been after a lot of the away performances, and all you can ask for is to keep going. You can't give up. You can't feel sorry for yourselves at this level, and we didn't. And then we get our rewards with a penalty, and then all of a sudden we're back in the game, and it looks like we can get something out of it. So yeah, the lads stood up. They've been asked a lot of questions this week about some of the characteristics, some of the performances, and the levels they're producing, and they all today showed that they want to be at the club. They can play at this level, no doubt. I have no doubt about that. That's why they're here. But we need to put individual performances and collective performances together, and we look like a real team today. That's all I can ask, and I can shoulder a defeat when it comes, if it comes in that manner. But too many times this season is not been that. So yeah, like I said, we'll have a really good week this week. We'll build on that. but we need to make sure what we do is take that performance into the coming weeks.
Yeah, you got two very important games at Tiverton and Weymouth, and they're down at the bottom as well. So it's vital you don't lose and pick up points in that one. But just getting back to the team, you brought in Alex Monks, who made his debut last Saturday here against Berkhamsted, and you've got Josh Bennett at left back, and both of them played very, very well and a real addition to the squad and the team.
Yeah, look, Monksy's been a breath of fresh air since he's been in. Like I said, we spoke a lot in the summer and the time wasn't quite right. But he's come in and he's made a real impact on the team, both on and off the pitch. He's a great lad. You can see he works extremely hard for the team, and he's got real quality as well. So I'm really pleased with his impact so far, and I'm sure he will continue to improve. And Josh, obviously, he stepped into the team without a training session. It was a little bit 50-50 whether the paperwork was going to get done on Friday. But again, he's made a real impact. He's made good decisions in and out of possession. He looked strong. He was physical. Obviously, we know about his threat higher up the pitch as well. So yeah, I've been really pleased with them, and look, hopefully that breeds across the rest of the group. You know, we still got players that want to come in and improve us, and what we need to do is just find some consistency with our levels of performance. And you know, those lads like we just spoke about have come in and done that, and we need everyone else around them to continue to do that as well.
Although it's been a defeat today, it could be a turning point with a really, really good performance. So let's hope that can be taken in to the game at Tiverton next Saturday.
Yeah, look, let's hope so. That's all you can do. We can't dwell on the results. We've probably done that too often of late. And we feel we can get more out of games. But this was a different manner today. This was a game where we didn't get any points, but there was so many positives in the performance. So look, we played Tiverton already this season. We know what they're like. It will be a different game down at their place on their pitch, and we know full well what they're like. So we can't rest on our laurels. We can't think we've all of a sudden become a good team because of, you know, a performance, albeit we lost. We need to make sure that we continue to work hard. We've set those levels now. That's the expectation week in, week out. There's no excuses. And, you know, like I said, I feel if we perform like that, we'll get our just deserves.
Well, thanks for your time again. It's odd to say well done in a defeat, but it was well done, and it's really pleasing to see.
Yeah, thank you. And also, I just want to thank all the fans that come out today. It was the community day, obviously, at the club. And it made a real difference. The noise behind the goal was fantastic. Again, the Walton manager and players said to me as we were walking off the pitch how amazing they were. You know, we were 2-0 down, and they didn't stop singing. And the more we can have like that, you know, it breeds through the team, and they continue to push in the game. So keep coming in numbers, keep supporting the lads in the club, and it will be okay.
Thanks, Darren.
Cheers, thank you.